Hello students, and welcome to the CompTIA Data+002 Exam Course brought to you by Third Level Technology. I am your instructor, Jim Herby. In this episode, we're going to continue in Module 1 of the exam objectives and discuss Section 1.2, Data Sources. Let's begin. Our first data source is a database. A database is a structured system that we use to store, manage, and retrieve data. We use schemas and tables to help us to organize the structure of our database. A database can be relational or non-relational. Relational databases are those that allow us to identify relationships and correlations between data in different tables. We do this through SQL, Structured Query Language, which is the programming language we use in relational databases. A non-relational database is one that will focus on the structure needs of our data storage. These can be examples like MongoDB and Cassandra, where we are worried about keeping certain types of files or data such as images, videos, or confidential files in a structured format. Our databases are the primary source for all of our transactional data within our businesses, and we can control access to our database information through tightly controlled user permissions. Our second data source is an API, Application Programming Interface. APIs are how applications can communicate and exchange data with each other over a network. APIs use JSON, JavaScript Object Notation, and XML, Extensible Markup Language. These are two formats that are very compatible and interoperable across different types of software applications and operating systems. We can use APIs to pull real-time and on-demand data from software applications and external systems. Next, we're going to discuss web scraping. Web scraping is a technique that we use to extract data from publicly available websites. It allows us to use tools to access any open source or publicly available data that is on an HTML-created website. Web scraping is automated. We can identify certain types of keywords, file types to extract data from in both static and dynamic web pages. Web scraping does bring certain types of legal considerations. One is intellectual property. You need to ensure that the data that you are scraping from an HTML website is open and available for public use. You don't want to violate any terms of service or violate any intellectual property such as copyrights, trademarks, or patents that can bring certain types of legal consequences. Our next data source is a file. Files are the common format we use to store and share data. Some common file types are .csv, JSON, XML, and text. All of these file types can be used to store and share data within a database. File-based data is very easy to transport and is compatible with most of your analytic tools and databases. We can create files manually or allow scripts to generate files automatically within applications and systems when certain types of events are occurring. Logs are files or data streams that record events and transactions. It allows us to identify activity within our applications and our database systems in a defined period of time. Log data is used for monitoring and security auditing. If we have any type of confidential or personally identifiable information that we are under control of, we have certain types of obligations to protect that data. One common log tool is the ELK stack. ELK is ELK. This stands for Elasticsearch Log Stash Kibana, the ELK stack. This is a common tool that we use when we are aggregating and analyzing our log data. A data repository is a central place where we store our data. It allows us to organize and maintain access for users to retrieve certain types of data. Your data repository will include not only your databases, but also your file systems and your cloud storage. The key component of a data repository is availability. We need to ensure not only is our data accessible, but also that it is available only to the appropriate people with the appropriate user permissions. Our data repositories can be used for data sharing, version control, and providing results for security audits and governance. A data lake is a central storage system that will store data in its native or raw format. Data types such as logs, images, and documents. And in a data lake, we can create either a structured or semi-structured availability for all of these types of data in its native format. We don't have any transition. A data lake is very scalable and is used in your cloud platforms such as AWS and Microsoft Azure. It's commonly used in our big data environments where we are using machine learning and extremely large data sets to provide analytics. Let's contrast that with a data warehouse. A data warehouse is a centralized system for storing integrated data from multiple sources. Data warehouses are commonly used in our chatbots, machine learning, and AI. We're trying to provide reporting and analysis for a data set allows us to perform complex queries and to do very complex business intelligence design. One common tool we use with a data warehouse is ETL. This stands for extract, transform, and load. These are the 3 steps we should use when we are structuring our data in a data warehouse. Some common examples include Amazon Redshift and Google BigQuery. A data mart is a subset of a data warehouse. It's where we can design a specific business or department for a specific subset of data. It allows us to not only curate data for a specific group of users, but also to allow for targeted analysis. In between a lake and warehouse is a data lakehouse. A data lakehouse is a hybrid where we combine features of both a data lake and a data warehouse. We can use SQL queries on raw data like a data lake, while also maintaining the flexibility for analytics in a data warehouse. A data lakehouse allows us to manage all of our metadata. We can control all of the different file attributes that are available, reduce the amount of duplication in our data. And lastly, we will discuss data silos. Data silos occur when we have some type of flaw in our data structures. It could be a data lake, warehouse, or lakehouse. A data silo will occur when our data will be isolated to a specific department or system, and we have the inability to collaborate or share across different users. That will conclude our discussion of Section 1.2, Data Sources. In our next episode, we will move on to Section 1.3 in the objectives and discuss infrastructure. We thank you again for following along in the episodes and the course, and wish you best of luck in your studies. Enjoy the rest of your day.